So this is our classwork for today, Venn diagram classwork. We are going to look at these and determine these answers and look at the survey results for this so that you guys are a little bit more prepared for your quiz. So given the Venn diagram below, with set A and B, we're going to determine the following. What is the probability that you get A? So the first thing we should do is these stars are like students in this class. We might separate it by students who take our CTC versus students who have, I don't know, an English class or something, and what overlaps, okay? So that could be part of it, but we're just calling it set A and set B, okay? So I have 6 right here in A. I have 3 in the middle. I have 4 in B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 5 that don't have either. So 6 and 4 is 10, plus 5, 15, 16, 17. So there's 18 total. That's important to know. Hey, put the phones away. Shh. That total is important to know to be able to figure out this probability. So we're going to say the probability of A. Well, how many people are in A? So if I'm thinking of A as this area right here, it's this whole thing, right? So 9 out of 18, which is? What is 9 out of 18 reduced to? 1/2. Okay, now I'm looking at just B. How many? 7, right? Because you have to count the stuff in the middle. So it's 7 out of 18.
The whole circle. Yeah, my family.
Okay.
Hey, my dude.
All right.
Say something else.
So, because I've got 2 people asking the same question.
I get it.
Okay. So when I'm looking at A, I've got to include. Excuse me. When I'm looking at A, I've got to include the middle 2. So I have 6 here and 3 here, because that's all A, probability of A. And then when I'm looking at probability in B, I've got to include those 3 again that are in the middle. Okay, what's the probability that A and B? So I can only be talking about these ones in the middle, right? That's A and B. So that's 3 out of 18, which reduces to 1/6. Okay, here's a different one. What is the probability that it's A or B? So it could be A or it could be B. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 all here. But yeah, I wouldn't use the one in the middle, right? Because it doesn't say and, it says or, correct? So you'd use all of them? Or a B. Okay. So it's 13 out of 18. Okay, what does it mean when I've got this line over A? Not. It means not. So any of them that are not in A. How many are not in A? So I've got 4 over here in B, but don't forget these 5 here at the bottom. So I've got a total of 9 that aren't in A. So that's 1/2 again. Shh. How are we doing? We got questions about this so far?
Yes, but they can wait.
Okay. What about not B? How many are there not in B? 11 out of 18, right? Okay. I want the ones, only the ones that are not A or B. So that one's a little bit harder. I can't include the ones in A, but I can include B as well. So I can't include A. How many do I have left? 9. Right? Okay, how about A and not B? So it has to be A, but it can't be B. It would only be 6 out of 18. because of that and there. So it has to be both in A and not B. Okay, let's do one for here. We're going to make our own, and then we are going to answer these questions. Can we turn off our phones, please? Okay, we're going to start with our space right here. This space has to include everybody. Shh. Okay. A survey was done to see how many people visit the beach, go camping, or go to water slides during the summer months. Okay, so we know we're going to have three things here. Camping. You guys can leave if you can't. Shut up. Visit the beach, camping, and water slides. So I've got camping, go to the beach, and water slides. So far, so good? Because we've got three things. It was found that 35% went camping, 57 went to the beach, and 20 went to the water slide. 15% went camping and to the beach, 8% went to the beach and the water slide, 5% went camping and to the water slide, and 3% went to all three. We're going to draw a Venn diagram for this. Where do we want to start? Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Okay. So where do we want to start? I always recommend when we're doing this, start with the ones that overlap the most and then move our way out. Okay? So I want to put all three. How many did it say it went to all three? What percentage? 3. So 3% went to all three. We're good so far? Oh my gosh. It's not for me. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to cross this part off so I don't get confused. 5% went camping and to the water slide. So camping and to the water slide, I know that's this part right here. All right, it says I have 5%, right? But that includes that 3% in the middle. So if I've got to have 5 in that space right there, what do I need to put right here? 2. Good. Good. Okay. So I've done that part. To the beach and the water slide. Beach and water slide, which should be this area right here, I need to have 8%. So how much needs to go right here to make this whole total 8%? 5, right? We've got a 3. We need 5. Okay. So 2, it says 5% has to go in that yellow area. We already had a 3, so we needed 2 more. Yes, because we needed to make 8. Now, 3 and 5 makes 8. Nope, we're just looking at the green. Now we're going to look at the orange right here. We're going to call this orange. Right in this spot. It needs to be 15. So I've got 3. How much more to make 15? 12. Okay, how are we doing? It's a little weird, right? Okay. I'm going to get out some more colors to talk about this. All right. So now we've done that 15. Okay, now we're back to, it says 20% went to the water slide. So I'm looking just right here at this circle, and that has to make 20%. So I need 10 more. Good. Okay. So we've done the water slide. Now we're looking at 57% went to the beach. So this has to equal 57%. So we've got, I mean, you can literally put it right in your calculator like this. 57 minus 12 minus 3 minus 5 gives us 37. Okay? I knew the beach had to be 57%, right? So this whole area in pink has to be 57%. So I said 57 minus 12 minus 3 minus 5 gives me 37, so there has to be 37 in this spot right here. So that means 37 just went to the beach, didn't go anywhere else. Okay. Right here, camping, 35% went camping. So I'm going to go 35 minus 12 minus 3 minus 2 gives us 18. Shh. Okay. We know that these percentages should add up to 100% of the people surveyed, right? So let's add all of these numbers together. We've got 18 plus 37 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2 plus 12 plus 3. I get 87%. So if we have 100% minus 87, we have 13 left over. So that means 13 people didn't go to a water slide, didn't go to camping, didn't go to the beach. So I'm going to say this one more time. If you cannot pay attention and listen in my class, please go away. ISS is just waiting for you. But it's very hard for people to learn when you keep interrupting. Okay. My Venn diagram is now answered. So I want to now answer these questions. Who went to the beach or the water slide? Went to the beach or the water slide. How am I going to find out how much percentage that is? What things am I going to add together, though? So I am going to add everything in this beach one, right? So I'm going to add 37 plus 12 plus 3 plus 5. And then I'm going to add that to everything in the water slide, but I don't want to add 3 and 5 again, so I'm going to add 2 and 10. So I added all of the beach. I added all of the water slide. So I added 37 plus 12 plus 3 plus 5 plus 10 plus 2. Right? And I'm going to get 69%. Went camping or went to the beach. So I'm going to add these two together. It's going to say 18 plus 12 plus 37 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5. I get 77. Only went to one of the 3 locations. How am I going to find that out if you only went to one? What things will I add together? 18, 10, and 37. Good, because they only went to one place. So I get 65%. Did none of the 3 activities? We already found that out. 13%. And remember, it has to add up to 100. So that's how I did that. Okay. Let's turn it over. We're going to answer these questions in the back. The Venn diagram displays the results of surveys of 100 families regarding technology in their homes. Apparently, this was a million years ago. Okay. Because it has computer, VCR. Do you guys even know what a VCR is? Okay. And a fax machine. All right? I do. I owned a VCR until very recently. Really? Okay. All right. So, we're going to figure out how many families have a computer at home. Okay. Here's the issue. What do we need to do first? There's 100 families here. They own VCRs, faxes, and computers. What else do I have to do to figure out how many people don't own any of those 3? How would I figure them out? You add up everything and you subtract from 100 because it says 100 families. Okay? So there are 3 families that don't own any of those things. Okay? So, how many of these families own a computer at home? How are we going to find that? You guys tell me, what do I circle here?
Circle the C.
All of the C. So everything inside there I add together. So I'm going to go 62 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7. So it's 78. Yep. How many own all 3 machines? I shouldn't have to add anything. Where does it say how many? Yes, 5. How many own none of the machines? We figured that one out at the beginning, right? How many? How many don't own a fax machine? So that means I can't count any, I can't count any of these in orange.
So 7 plus 62 plus 18.
How many no fax machines? So I'm going to add 18 plus 62 plus 7 plus what else?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Because they don't own anything. How many don't own a fax machine? 90. A computer and a VCR. I'm just looking at a computer and a VCR, so I'm just looking at this in the middle. 62 plus 5. Because they have to own a VCR and a computer, both. So see how these own a computer and a VCR, but these own all 3, so I'm just adding those together. A VCR or a computer. So I have to add 18 and 7 to it. What I had here. So I'm going 18, 62, 5, and 7. And I get 92. I think we could probably do one more. We'll do number 4. The other paper that you got is going to be your homework. Okay? Just so you know. All right. Each member of a sports club play at least one of soccer, rugby, or tennis. The following is known. 43 members play tennis. 11 play tennis and rugby. 7 play tennis and soccer. 6 play soccer and rugby. 84 play rugby or tennis. 68 play soccer or rugby. And 4 play all 3 sports. How many members does the club have? Okay, so first we've got our 3. Okay, we've got soccer, rugby, tennis. So far, so good? Okay, I need to have 43 total in tennis, but I don't want to do that first. How many of them play all 3 sports? Let's look again. 4. 4 play all 3 sports. Okay, we're not going to do the ors yet because I find those confusing. Let's do the ands. 6 play soccer and rugby. So I'm looking at soccer and rugby. This area right here has to add up to 6. What am I missing? 2. Okay, so I've got that one done. 7 play tennis and soccer. So 7 play tennis and soccer. So this right here in the pink, that has to add up to 7. So this has got to be 3 right here, yeah. Okay, 11 play tennis and rugby. So that is this area right here plays tennis and rugby. So how much more do I need? 7. Okay. There's got to be 43 members altogether. So now we have to go back to the plays rugby or tennis. So if I'm looking at rugby or tennis, I need it to add up to 84. So I've got 7 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 is 16. So if I have 84 minus 16, these two have to add together to be 68. Okay? So I can't put anything there yet. Now, I've got 68 play soccer or rugby. So I have to go 68 minus 7 minus 3 minus 4 minus 2. Gives us 50. So this part has to add up to 52. Okay? Okay, and I need a total of 43 altogether. So I've got 27 in here. So on this outside, I've got 7, 4, 3, 2 in here. So I need on these outside to be a total of 27. How am I going to figure this out, guys? It's hard. Yeah. Okay. So if I need these two to add up to 68, what numbers could I add together to do that? I don't think they have enough members. Oh, 43 play tennis. There's where I'm missing. Okay, what's 68 minus 40? Thank you. What's 68 minus 43? 25. Because not 43 play all together, it's just 43 play tennis. And then what's 52 minus 25? 27. There we go. And now we can ignore these numbers and we can add all of these up together. 27 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus 25 plus 43 gives us 111 players. Club members. So it's like a weird logic game. But you see how I missed one part? I didn't realize that 43 players played tennis and I got all confused. And it didn't make sense because I was like, there's 43 players all together, but you got to read these carefully. It's all about reading. Okay, we're going to stop there. Your homework, guys, for tonight is to draw them. You don't have to do the challenge question. There's only 2. Okay? So you're drawing these. I've got the answers. We will go over them tomorrow. All right? And then tomorrow you'll get your review.